What is going on, gangers? Brother Nandi back at your service. And I'm here to dive into a new series where we look at fictional characters and what type of illnesses, disease, syndromes they may have. If you'd like to stay caught up with this series, please make sure you subscribe and even leave a comment if you can. But anyways, part one of this series, we are going to dive into a fictional character that many of you may know. And his name is Sanji, and he's from One Piece. I decided to use addiction to describe Sanji's illness. One can describe addiction as something that just allows or makes someone obsessively think about something and continue to do it despite the negative consequences. I can honestly think of a few things in mind. One can obviously say cigarettes and nicotine, that's for sure. That brother is a psychotic lunatic when it comes to women. Now let's dive into this a little deeper. Common symptoms in addiction is failing to fulfill obligations at work or home or even school. Do y'all remember times when Sanji was not able to defeat a foe because they were a woman? It was crazy to me because the fact that Sanji could not defeat this foe was the reason why Luffy and gang had to stay longer in a specific arc, in my personal opinion. Specifically in the Dressrosa arc, Sanji actually tailed Viola. At the time, she was working for Doflamingo actually, and got himself into quite a heap of trouble. And because that individual was a woman, Sanji was willing to go through all that stress. Let's flip the topic now. Cigarettes, man, we all see Sanji pull up with a white stick in his mouth and light that thing up. Let's be very careful with this now. In my personal opinion, I feel like Sanji uses nicotine and cigarettes to just cope and suppress his feelings, which addiction is really. He had a rough childhood, if most of you guys knew. But let's just be honest, this guy goes through 4 to 5 packs of cigarettes a day. And if I don't see that lighter, man, I know something's wrong with this brother. And we should also highlight the point that when someone's in an addiction and they don't get that addiction for a while, what will happen is what we call withdrawal. This would basically happen when the individual starts to cut or stop a certain thing that they're doing, whether it's drugs, habits, women, name it, whatever you want to say. Now, there's not a lot of evidence to Sanji cutting back on women or even the cigarettes, but the purpose of the series is to highlight what could happen. And things like changes of mood, changes of sleeping habits and eating, and potential sweating and depression or anxiety could occur. I really believe Sanji is fine with the way he is, and he's probably never going to change. But I just want to highlight the importance of mental health in real life. And I want those individuals to know that they're not alone and there's help whenever they need it. If you're going through something, just know you matter and it's never too late to make a change. I appreciate everyone who's listened to this video. And if you want more, please comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2. Y'all gonna like it for sure.